Respond with intention, not emotion, because emotion is immediate and intention is directional. Emotion reacts to what just happened. Intention responds based on where you are going. When emotion leads, your actions are tied to the moment. When intention leads, your actions are tied to purpose. That difference determines whether your behavior builds your future or sabotages it. Emotion is fast. It flares before logic has time to engage. Anger wants release. Fear wants escape. Excitement wants expression. These impulses are natural, but they are not strategic. Acting on them feels honest, but honesty without control often leads to consequences you didn't choose. Intention slows the process just enough to bring awareness back online. Most mistakes are not caused by lack of intelligence or ability. They are caused by emotional decisions made too quickly. A sharp reply, a rushed choice, a defensive reaction. In isolation, each one seems small. Over time, they shape reputation, relationships, and outcomes. Responding with intention interrupts that pattern. Intention requires clarity. You have to know what you value, what you want, and what you are trying to build. Without that clarity, emotion fills the gap. When you know your direction, it becomes easier to ask whether a response moves you closer or pulls you off course. That question alone filters out most unnecessary reactions. Emotional responses are often about self-protection, protecting ego, protecting pride, protecting image. Intention is about construction, building trust, building progress, building stability. Ego focuses on winning the moment. Intention focuses on winning the long game. When someone provokes you, emotion wants to strike back. It wants to restore balance immediately. Intention asks whether engagement is even necessary. Many conflicts don't require resolution. They require distance. Responding with intention allows you to disengage without resentment. Responding intentionally also changes power dynamics. Emotional reactions give others control. If someone can trigger you, they can steer you. When you respond with intention, triggers lose influence. You become harder to manipulate because your actions are not predictable reactions. Intention does not mean suppressing emotion. Suppression stores pressure. Intention means acknowledging emotion internally and choosing behavior externally. You can feel anger without acting angry. You can feel disappointment without expressing defeat. This separation is critical. In communication, emotional responses often escalate situations unnecessarily. Tone sharpens, words become weapons. Meaning gets lost. Intention prioritizes outcome over expression. It asks what needs to be communicated, not what needs to be released. Responding with intention improves credibility. People trust those whose responses are consistent and measured. Volatility creates uncertainty. Consistency creates reliability. Over time, reliability becomes influence. Emotion narrows focus. Under emotional charge, the mind fixates on a single point. Intention widens perspective. It allows you to see context, timing, and consequence. This broader view leads to smarter responses. In leadership, emotional reactions destabilize teams. Anxiety spreads, confusion increases. Intentional responses stabilize environments. They signal control even when circumstances are difficult. This stability encourages trust and follow-through. Responding with intention also preserves relationships. Many relationships are damaged not by events, but by reactions. A moment of emotional expression can undo years of goodwill. Intention protects what matters by preventing avoidable damage. Emotion often demands immediacy. Intention understands timing. Not every response needs to be immediate. Delayed responses are often better responses. Waiting allows emotion to settle and clarity to return. Intention also reduces regret. Regret follows actions taken without thought. When you respond intentionally, even difficult decisions feel cleaner because they align with values rather than impulses. In high-pressure moments, emotional reactions multiply stress. Intentional responses reduce it. They create a sense of control. Control lowers anxiety. Lower anxiety improves performance. Responding intentionally strengthens self-discipline. Each time you choose intention over impulse, you reinforce restraint. Over time, restraint becomes habit. Habit becomes character. Emotional reactions are often rehearsed by past experiences. Old wounds influence present behavior. Intention brings you back to the present. It allows you to respond to what is actually happening, not what it reminds you of. Intention requires self-awareness. You have to notice the emotional surge before it takes over. This awareness is a skill. Like any skill, it improves with practice. Responding intentionally does not mean being slow or indecisive. It means being deliberate. Deliberate responses can still be firm, direct, and decisive. They are just not reckless. In competitive environments, emotional reactions reveal weakness. They show where pressure hits hardest. Intentional responses conceal vulnerabilities. They keep your internal state private. Intention also aligns actions with identity. You act like the person you are trying to become, not the person your emotions momentarily turn you into. This alignment builds integrity. Responding with intention conserves energy. Emotional reactions consume mental resources. They keep the nervous system activated. Intentional responses are cleaner and require less recovery. Emotion focuses on fairness. Intention focuses on effectiveness. Fairness debates often go nowhere. Effectiveness produces results. Intentional responses also create predictability in behavior. Predictability rooted in values, not mood. This predictability makes collaboration easier and outcomes more stable. When you respond emotionally, you often explain too much. You justify, you defend, you overexpose. Intention speaks only what is necessary. Fewer words, more impact. Responding with intention also teaches others how to interact with you. When emotional reactions are rare, people become more thoughtful around you. Provocation loses appeal. Emotion is temporary. Intention is sustained. Decisions made emotionally often need correction later. Decisions made intentionally hold up under review. Intention creates distance between stimulus and action. That distance is where freedom lives. Without it, behavior is automatic. With it, behavior is chosen. Responding with intention strengthens resilience. You are less affected by external volatility because your responses come from internal alignment. Over time, this practice changes how situations feel. Triggers weaken. Emotional spikes shorten. Composure becomes familiar. Responding with intention does not remove emotion from life. It puts emotion in its proper place. Emotion informs. Intention decides.